Hello, today I want to demonstrate how to build a simple blog and forum website using October. We'll do this with components, an incredibly powerful yet simple way to build your websites. We're also going to use some plugins that we have built that are good starting points for you to do your own development. You can find the plugins on GitHub or on the plugin section of the October website. I'll begin by showing you the demonstration theme. This theme is included with all installations of October and is a good starting point for our website. First, we should delete some of the demonstration pages because they won't be needed. Then we'll install the collection of plugins that we'll be using for our website, and this can be done via the System Updates menu. From here, we'll install the first plugin we need called RainLab User. This provides the user management features such as signing in and the registration process. We'll also install the forum. This allows users to post topics and communicate with each other. It also has a feature of being embeddable, where we can generate topics for any page we like. And finally, we'll install the blog. This allows us to post announcements and other various articles. Once all the plugins are installed, they will bring a suite of components that we can use on our pages. So let's go ahead and create an account management page where users can sign in and register. We'll navigate to CMS and click the Add button. Let's call this page Account. We'll give it a description and select the default layout. Now, if we click the Components item, you can see all the plugins and the components that they provide. If we click on User, you can see that it has an account component, and this has the features we need. So all we have to do is drag it into the markup area and click Save. Then we can preview this page in the browser, and we can see this component provides a sign-in and registration form. Before we continue, we should update the page layout, because these menu items no longer exist. We want to add the new menu items for our new website. So let's go and do that. We'll open the default layout that we're using for each page. Scroll down, and you can see that there's the nav items there that we don't want. So we should replace them with the ones that we do want, the account, blog, and forum page. Another thing that would be useful is to add a title area included as standard for each page. We can have it display the page title and description for each page that we create automatically. We'll also wrap the page content in a container div, so we don't have to add this on every page. So let's save this layout, open our account page again, and have a look. Now we have the menu items that we want: account, blog, and forum. We also have the generated title area here, and most importantly, the account component, which provides the sign-in and registration forms. So now let's register. We'll type in our name, email address, and we'll choose a password. Once we click register, this will create our account and sign us in. Then it will redirect us back to the same page again. Now the account component knows that we are signed in and displays a form to update our details instead. Next, we'll need a way to log the user out. We can achieve that by adding a common component to our layout called the session component. Also provided by the user plugin, this component does a couple of things. It injects a user variable to the page and provides an Ajax event handler called onLogout. You can find more information about what a component does by reading the documentation. So let's add this component to the layout by dragging it across. And now let's scroll down to add the logout link to the main menu. Since we only want it to appear when the user is signed in, we'll enter a simple if statement. If the user is available in the session, we want to display an anchor link that uses the Ajax handler onLogout with the text logout, and then we'll close the if statement. Now let's save the layout and open the account page and click preview again. Now we have the ability to log out, and the link only appears when we are signed in. While we're here, we can test out the sign in form as well. We'll enter the same email and password from before and click sign in. As you can see, it's business as usual. And this covers off the account management area for our website. Now let's set up the blog area for displaying some blog posts. First, we'll click on the blog menu item, and then we'll create another category. Let's call this category Announcements, and then we'll create and close. Then we should add some blog posts for our website. We'll click New Post and call this Getting Back to Basics, and then paste in some blog content. This post can be in the announcements category. We'll make it published today and we'll paste in a short summary. After clicking save, we'll quickly prepare another post. But this time, we'll put this post in the uncategorized category. Also publishing this one today, we'll add a summary and then save. And with our new blog posts ready to go, let's create a new page to display them on the website. We will want to display a list of blog posts, so let's call this page blog, give it a description, and select the default layout. Now we need the component used to display the list of blog posts, and this time it's provided by the blog plugin. There it is, blog post list. So we'll click on the component and drag it into the markup area. Now we can click save and then preview. Now you can see the blog posts listed on the front end. We might also like to add a way to filter the posts, so let's add a sidebar to this page that lists the blog categories. Using the grid system from Bootstrap 3, we'll create a new row and place the blog posts in a share of 8 columns, and then give the sidebar a share of 4 columns. We can then add a list of categories by using another component called the blog category list that we can just drag into place. When we preview the page again, we can see that the blog category list component displays a nice list of available categories. You'll probably notice when you click on any of the links, we get a 404 page cannot be found. That's because we need to tell the components about the other pages we'll be using via the inspector. We can see that this component requires a category page and a post page. So let's go ahead and create those pages. The first one we need is a blog category page used whenever we click on a blog category. We'll call it blog category and make it use the default layout and give it a short description. Since the blog category page is practically the same as the main blog post page, we can copy the markup from there and paste it in. We'll also use the same components, blog post list and blog category list. After saving this, we can move on to the next page that we need. That is the blog post page, used for displaying a single blog post article. We'll call it blog post and also make sure it uses the default layout and write a short description. The blog plugin again has the component that we need for this page called the blog post component. You'll notice by looking at the inspector, the blog post component uses a parameter name, and we need to add this parameter to the URL so the component can look up the blog post. The category page needs a parameter as well. Notice on the blog post list component, there is a category filter. This can be used to filter the posts by a URL parameter, which we will want to do. So we'll define the parameter as slug and add it to the page URL. Now when we visit the blog category page, the posts will be filtered by the page URL. All that's left to do now is to tell the blog components about the pages that we've set up. The main blog post page should know about the category page and the URL parameter it uses, along with the post page and the URL parameter it uses. The same is true for the blog category list. Now let's save the blog post page and preview it in the browser. We can see that the category filter in the sidebar is now working, and we can click on a blog post to reveal the blog post page. But what if we want to change the page title to match the title of the blog post? We can do this by participating in the page's processing events. Let's go to the blog post page and click on the Code tab to reveal the code section. In here, we can define a function called onEnd and state that this page title should be equal to this post's title. Again, these variables can be found in the plugin documentation. Now if we save the page and refresh, we can see that the page title now reflects that of the blog post. Now it's time to set up the forum plugin. If we navigate to System Forum Channels, the first thing we need to do is delete some of the channels that we don't need. Then we want to create a new parent channel called Embedded. This will be used later on for storing embedded forum topics. So we'll click Create Close. Next we want to create a child channel called Blog Comments. We'll use both of these in just a moment. Now we'll quickly repeat the process and create the pages used by the forum. we'll add a new page called Forum, and this will be the main forum page. Now let's collapse the blog plugin and expand the forum plugin components. For the main page, we want to display a channel list, so let's drag that into the markup area, and then we can immediately save and preview the main forum screen. Again, you'll see that all the links on the page return 404. That's because the channel list component has 3 pages that we need to tell it about. So let's go and create some of those as well. We'll start by creating the channel page. We'll call this forum channel, and as usual, it should use the default layout, and we'll give it a short description as well. Then we'll need to add the channel component by dragging it across. And the inspector shows that this component uses a parameter name, so we'll need to add it to the URL as well. And then we'll click Save to lock it in. Now let's do exactly the same thing for the forum topic page.
Intermission.
So now we need to tell the main forum page about the new pages that we've just created. So opening the inspector on the channel list, we won't worry too much about the member page, but we'll set the channel page and the topic page. Noticing that the slugs are also set. The forum channel page also needs to know about the topic page. We'll save that, and the forum topic would like to know about the channel page. And that completes the configuration for the forum. So we could save all this, return to our forum page, and then click Preview. Now we can click on a forum category and begin to use the forum. So let's post a new topic. We'll say welcome to the forum and paste in some content. Once we click Post this topic, we can see the topic has been posted, and we can even reply to our own discussion. So there it is, a fully functioning forum. So now we have a website that has account management, a blog, and also a forum. Finally, I want to show you one of the cool features of the forum plugin, and that is the ability to embed forum channels or topics on any page you like. So let's say we want to add comments to each blog post. We can do that using the embed topic component. So let's open the blog post page. We'll add a header below the blog post called comments. Then we can add the special component provided by the forum called embed topic. This will automatically generate a fully functioning forum topic for this page and store it in the selected category. Viewing the component with the inspector shows that we need to supply a unique embed code. That is a unique code used for generating the topic, but a routing parameter can also be used. This means we can use the already existing blog post slug and use that as the unique code. Then we will want to select the target channel that we created earlier called blog comments. Now let's save this page and check out our embedded forum topic. As you can see, each forum post now has comments. So let's try it out. Really great post, mate. Post the reply, and the response is added successfully. So what we've done is effectively married the blog post with the forum topic for the purpose of comments. Anytime a blog post is opened, it will generate a forum topic in the category that we've allocated. And there it is. There's the comment that we made from before. And this works for all blog posts. Anytime a blog post is opened, it will generate a new topic. So let's open Getting Back to Basics. We'll leave another comment. I like this one too. Post. And then you can see that this has also been added to the same category. So this concludes the demonstration. As you can see, we've easily created a fully featured site in about 15 minutes. It is important to note that all the features shown are fully extensible, from modifying the component logic to overriding the markup. There are a lot of great community plugins out there, and we really look forward to seeing more. Goodbye.